Greetings, I just feel to make a satire, you hear me well. I want to use irony and satire to illustrate what narcissistic abuse is, and more specifically when you're dealing with covert narcissists. And I want to take less than 5 minutes to do it. So here it goes. They either saw your existence online or offline, okay? But the illustration is describing both situation. The first time he takes notice of you. Oh baby, what a piece of meat this is. I want that piece of meat. I want to suck the blood out of that piece of meat. So they see you happy and happy to live and really being cheerful and and being trustful and and they know how terrible they really are, even though they don't want to admit to themselves. But they sure have a part of themselves telling them that something is deadly wrong with them. So they hate you right from the start. So they want to spew, to vomit their evil on you, and they want you to project your personality, your inner self on them. They want to destroy you. Finally, I'm not capable of making a satire of it. I'm just using strong words to describe the situation. They hate you from day one. They target you for destruction because they hate themselves, but they cannot deal with it, so they blurt it out, and instead of dealing with their terrible self, they project that terrible self onto you. But first, of course, they have to trick you into entering in a friendship or partnership or relationship with them. First and foremost, of course, because there is a law in this universe that says that you cannot hurt somebody without their consent. So how are they getting your consent is by appearing angels of light, almost quite literally, to trick you, to drive you to their net of destruction. Because they hate themselves so much, they have to destroy you. Oh yeah, back to the universal law. So what they do, since they have to have your consent to destroy you, is they trick you into entering in their net. So either by using friendship, relationship, or partnership, doesn't matter. as long as they trick you. And of course, they are using lies and manipulation. So it is with your consent, but of course it's not a real consent. It's not, but the universal law doesn't say if it is real consent or fake consent. So they do it by having your fake consent. They have to have your approval in order to, they have to have your green light in order to destroy you. And this is how they do it, is they literally charm you, seduce you, trick you. And by the way, seduce means it is coming from Latin, seducere, seducere, and it means to, I have to translate that. It means to drive you away, basically. It's not exactly that, but that's the meaning of it. That's the main idea. So this is what to seduce really is. So they use seduction, charm, and their charisma to trick you, to trap you, in order to destroy you. So whether you expose them or not, since day one, they want to destroy you. That's why they preyed on you in the first place. By using manipulation and lies and deceit. This is how they get in their mind, okay? In their mind, they get your consent, but it's not real. It is in their own mind. You know how insane they are. So it is an insane logic, because it's like the story of 911. They tricked us and manipulate us using television to tell us that a lot of lies about 911, which was an inside job. And so by lying to us and manipulating us, they get our consent, but it's not a real consent. It's just the same way Hollywood, when they want to reveal what the elite are planning for the future, they are using movies, because in their twisted mind they think that by revealing to us what they want to do to us, prior of doing it, it makes it okay. It's the same way the covert narcissist is thinking. The same exact way. As long as they get your consent to destroy you, in their mind it makes it okay. And they think of us as fools. They think of empaths as absolute fools. So this is what basically I want to say. Sorry, I was not in the mood to make a... I'm extremely angry, but I cannot spit it out. So this is how it came out. I plan to make a satire of how they manipulate us to destroy us, but first I'm so tired, and second maybe eventually I will find a way to illustrate it with irony and satire, but right now that's the best I can do. Be very sure that a covert narcissist wants either male or female. In my case, you hear my voice. I am a lady, I'm not a gentleman. So my experience, I'm not a lesbian, so my experience was with a man. That's why I'm talking the way I talk. But be very sure whether it is a he or a she. Since day one, their goal is your destruction. So if you are in a relationship with one of them, you better get up quick, in the sense of educating yourself enough to have the strength to get out of this relationship ASAP, because your life is in danger. It really is. And you better count on yourself to protect yourself, instead of counting on the society to protect yourself. Because if you count on society to protect yourself, you count on luck. Count on yourself and be good to yourself.